Orangutans, Mothra reaction. This is Monsters by the channel Incognito Mode, Internet Store Incognito Mode. Yeah. So you know, I wanted to do this reaction for a long time, but it was 32 minutes and like, okay, when I have the time, but I never have the time. So I decided, you know, fuck it. I do this normally. I do it in parts, so I'll do this in parts. A 2-part video, why not? So let's do it. You know, I love this in the field type of videos, right? Internet student and one of his friends, basically. I thought they were in the same studio, but somebody pointed out that they are in some kind of a video call, not in the same studio. But it doesn't matter. It's always fun to, you know, watch these videos where they just give their takes on things, right? I would say I've done the mythological one and ads, food, and all the latest ones. So yeah, monster, why not? So let's watch it.
Monsters. Monsters. Ooh, monsters. What is a monster? Are monsters real? Is this a monster? How about this monster? Is man the real monster? Ooh, that's deep. Thank you. But more importantly, what was that noise? And why is it so dark in here? Hello? And who's in the closet? And what's under this bed? And whose room is this? And I don't know what happened to your son. It was a monster. I'd like to go home now, please. All this and more on this episode of In Da Quarantine. I don't think I can get behind orangutans. I'm not too bothered if they go extinct.
Oh, what?
It's the flaps that bother me.
Oh, the flaps
You know
are
what I mean?
part of their appeal.
Oh, they're just awful.
Have you ever seen one in real life?
No.
IRL, they are amazing. They communicate really incredibly with humans. They're so cool. I love them.
Like, look at this. Shave that bit off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now that I'm like focusing on the oranga flaps, I will admit that they are quite unseemly. They're unpleasant.
If I was like in the orangutan world, right?
Wait a minute, isn't the flaps supposed to be some kind of intimidation factor they use to survive or something? I don't know.
I would be constantly just walking past and just slapping him behind the back of the face flap. It's kind of, yeah. Hey Greg, what's up, Stacy?
Nerd.
Whack. Just like a little flick as you're walking by.
Oh, okay.
And I bet it makes like a real meaty sound, like when you slap two palms together.
I'm imagining this in like a primate high school where like the chimps and the gorillas are all hanging out with the orangutans and the orangutans are just getting bullied for their flaps. It's like, sup flaps, how's it going?
No way, it's the other way around. It's like, oh well, you don't have your flaps yet. We've had our flaps for 6 months now. There's, you know, it's some runt of the litter and he looks in the mirror and he goes, what if I never get any flaps? What if they never grow through? And then like the orangutan mum sort of comes into the room, puts her arm around his shoulder. It's okay, honey. You know, we all grow at different rates and you'll get your flaps one day.
Your dad didn't get his face flaps until he was at least... His dad walks past the bedroom with just these like enormous face flaps.
In Slavic myths, Baba Yaga is a wild woman or dark lady of magic in Russian folklore.
John Wick?
There are many stories about her. Like most witches, Baba Yaga can fly.
Wait a minute, in John Wick's nickname is Baba Yaga, right? So it's from this mythology, is that it? Damn, I thought it was just one name that the Russians or somebody just gave him.
But she does not use a broomstick. Instead, she sits in a giant mortar, a bowl, for grinding food.
What?
With her knees almost touching her chin. This is a terrible form of transport. Right? She drives very fast across or above the forest floor and uses the pestle as a rudder.
I love it.
It's one of those things when someone said, yeah, well, have you heard about our folklore?
Yeah, it seems like way too much detail about the rudder and shit. Okay, you thought it through, I guess.
Like all the representatives of monster folklore have met for a summit. The Slavic guy has just like forgotten his notes.
Well, we've got this witch, right? And she can fly. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, well, ours is a witch too. Okay, well, it flies on a broomstick. Oh, broomstick, okay. What do you got? And then you go, oh, mine's different. It's got, and then you just start scanning the kitchen. And you're like, look, hold on a minute. Pot, it's a wheel of cheese. Mortar and pestle. That's stupid. You can't stand on a mortar and pestle. It's way too small. Big one. Oh, well.
Just looking around the kitchen. I love it. That's so funny.
It's from the Feast of Maximum Occupancy.
Oh my god, that was so good, right? Because you know what? Some of the mythologies could be like that. Oh, look at that. Others people have other cultures have also witch in it. So ours has to be unique. Ah, fuck it. She sits on a mortal, whatever he said there. That thing there. He sits, she sits on there and she flies like that. She doesn't sit on broom. I think they came up with things like that, just like that, the way he said it. Holy shit. That is the funny thing. He was using funny segment, right? But it could be pretty realistic.
What is the most monster-like of the real animals, though?
I suppose the giant squid.
The giant squid is the thing of haunting dreams.
Ooh.
Like, I can't watch those deep ocean documentaries. They are terrifying.
I tell you what's really annoying.
No, seriously, that is fucking true, right? Because whenever somebody films these giant squids and things, right? The first film of giant squid was some boat, right? Some researchers were on the boat and there was a camera under the boat, right? Watching there. They didn't know their laptop was running, I guess. And then this, apparently a giant squid was there and they caught the first footage of it. And giant squid just basically bolts away from the camera. It looks really freaky because how, less of the light there was. Because whenever somebody takes a photos of the giant squid and things, it's not on the surface, right? It's really deep inside. So light is really dim. So you see the environment being really dim and it's just freaky to see that.
About that, right? I've been in the deep ocean before and been fishing in the deep ocean, even jumped out of the boat, gone swimming in the deep ocean, gone snorkeling. I never had any fear of the deep ocean. It never occurred to me that I should be afraid of it. And then someone started pointing out how afraid they were of the deep ocean. And gradually over the last few years, I've been cultivating this fear of the deep ocean. And it's born out of nothing. It's just because someone else is afraid of something, all of a sudden I've started to become afraid of it as well.
I think you've just gained their rationality. I think there's every reason to be scared of the deep ocean. It is objectively terrifying.
It's not that, right? Whenever we do certain things, we don't take all the possibilities that there could be. We don't think about that, right? But when when somebody points something out about something, it might be absurd, but it might have some sense to it. Like, okay, deep sea creatures are terrifying. They're giant. I mean, they're not going to come to the top of the surface and hurt you. But they are there, right? They could come up in a sense because it's all water, right? Why can't they come up? So when you really think about that, it really starts to haunt you. Like, okay, every time I swam inside the water, did the scuba diving and everything, I never thought about deep ocean. But yeah, certain distance away, there are deep sea creatures there that it theoretically could come up and basically hurt someone. So there is this fear starts to rise up that probably irrational, right? Because it's not practical. That would never happen. But still, it's kind of possibility. And you never thought of that before until somebody pointed out. The things like that happen constantly with you, right? Because somebody just comes to you, some kind of a machine to show you how many germs are on your hand, you'll start to wash your hands pretty often, right? Even if you realize that doesn't matter how many times you wash your hands, no germs will completely go away. There will be a few germs still on your hand. You'll still wash your hands, knowing that this might be rational.
It is where all the Lovecraftian creatures live. You've just come round to sense, if you ask me.
Yeah, I'm pausing too much, but still, about that deep sea creatures. I've said it in one of the past videos where I reacted to deep sea creatures that, when you think about there are creatures in the really deep oceans where there is no light. This feels like, start of some kind of a horror thriller novel or monster movie. Like, come on, in real world, it couldn't be like that. But no, they do look like monsters. Like, nature makes monsters, right? It's not just our imagination. Nature does make monsters. If you go really deep, the creatures looks really terrifying. Those fish and everything. Their eyes glow and everything. They're gigantic. Holy shit.
Ganger monster. Why is there a picture of Leo? What? What is that?
It's Fat Leo Doppelganger.
His doppelganger from Russia, of course. He was made in a Russian lab to battle the American movie stars and try and rival them, but he got squished up against the test tube, and this happened.
Can you get Leo on the phone? No, he's busy.
Get me his Russian non-union equivalent.
Yeah, that's it. These are just both Chris Pratt That's
All
ridiculous.
right, I'm wondering if the guy realizes that people are comparing him to Leonardo DiCaprio. Does the guy think, okay, maybe I should go to gym, slim up, look like Leonardo DiCaprio, and try my luck in Hollywood or something? Because that's the biggest thing, right? Do you look the part? That's one of the biggest issues. Like, do you look like some celebrity or something that could make it on Hollywood? But if you look like Leonardo DiCaprio and could get in shape and just look like him, right? There's a chance that you would make it in Hollywood at certain extent, right? So I always wonder that, like, do doppelgangers like that think that maybe I should get in shape and try my luck in Hollywood somewhat? Maybe attend a acting school here and there, I guess. Because let's be honest, right? Acting school, acting abilities rarely matters, right? If people were casted by their acting ability, most celebrities that there are right now would not be there.
Ridiculous.
I'm fairly certain, yes.
That's just both Chris Pratt.
Oh, no, wait. The headline is Chris Pratt warns of pervy dude doppelganger. That's the exact excuse I'd use as well.
I would say Mothra is a pretty shitty...
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Who cares? It's Big Moth, innit? I mean, not good if you left a lamp on in the house and the door open at night, but otherwise, fine.
May I come in?
So easily defeated, that monster. Shoot some BBs through its wings, and it's
I was
done.
about to say
Is
that.
light a candle. Go straight into it.
I really don't like King Kong.
No,
I just
Yeah, I want to say that, like, in America, USA basically, people would not be scared of most monsters because they have shotguns, right? Rifles in their house. I mean, lots of people. You're free to buy it, right? Second Amendment basically says you don't even have to get some kind of a license probably. You can just go to a gun shop and they would give you that. In Texas or where is that? If you, pass a citizenship test or something, I don't know what that was. They would give you a free gun or something. Like, here you go. Here's your citizen, certificate, and here's a gun or something, 32 caliber or something. So in USA, guns are pretty damn frequent. So I don't understand why would people be scared of most monsters. Oh, there's this big moth. Oh yeah, here's my 12 gauge shotgun. We'll see how moth survives that.
I think it shows a lack of imagination.
I don't think the societal, sociological commentary about it is very clever either.
No. Don't be bad to nature, otherwise it'll crush you with its big monkey paw.
What, so it's like a shitty Moby Dick?
Yeah, it's like a Moby Dick for idiots. Moby Dick for people who can't read.
I don't know, man. I think you can get revenge on nature. Like, doesn't it make perfect sense? I mean, I could imagine it not an Ahab's day, where you gotta go fight the whale and it's all difficult and you lose your life and hell's heart stab at thee and all that bullshit, but...
Ooh, literary historian.
I read bits of it once. I think I heard some Simpsons references on. If we wanted to take revenge on all the whales, hunt them all down...
Yeah, about that, giant gorilla thing, right? In recent years, we've seen Godzilla versus this and that. The movies that would have worked, I guess, decades ago, right? In the 50s, 40s, 30s, whatever. Right? Because long before when the, cinema was a new thing and there was like, color movies was a new thing. There was this kind of movies like there's a big gorilla and then there's a big dinosaur type looking creature and they fight and the kids would basically run to the theater, watch like, ooh, that's good. But, you would think that something like that wouldn't work in today's culture. You have to make it more complex than that, right? More appealing story, a more appealing monster rather than just one big monster versus another big monster and they fight. That feels really old style that would not work in today's culture. But yet, past few years, there has been this kind of movies, right? Godzilla versus this, and there were many movies like that. There is a big monster and there's a big monster. Let's just make movie about them and people will watch it. And they did. It was a blockbuster. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I felt like this is really old style thing when there was no age of internet. There was no, let's just say age of enlightenment in this sense, right? In movie and the storytelling area. Because in today, it's not easy to please people story-wise. And, I guess, content-wise, like which type of content you put out. You can't just make something so simple like big monster versus this monster and that's a movie. But it worked. And I was surprised by that. Like, what the fuck?
Down and kill them. We could probably do it.
Like me and you. We take all that sweet YouTube cash, get ourselves a ship, and we're just like at the port. And he's going, "Sir, why are you going on the seven seas? We're on a quest to kill all the whales." What, is it like you're getting like blubber or ambergris or what have you? No, it's whale genocide.
Clicks.
Yeah, we're vlogging it. I'm gonna vlog my unending quest to murder all the whales.
I mean, whales are pretty close to monsters. At least the blue whales.
If whales didn't
Yeah, Japanese kills dolphin. Is that it? There was a thing, right? Even South Park made a joke of that. Dolphins or was that whales? Or both of them? Japanese kill them or something. I don't know what reason was that.
exist, they would be monsters. If you described a whale in a world where they didn't exist, that's a straight monster right there.
I mean, that's very monster-like. It's enormous. That to there is probably like a bus.
It's so big.
You know what? It's too big.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing that ever existed. So yeah, if people didn't know that, you just describe them, they would think that's a monster. And one day they go out in sea and suddenly see that, they would freak out. I bet first time somebody spotted a blue whale long before, right? I mean, if people start to research the sea creatures, right, and then they found blue whale, probably they won't be so surprised because they're actually studying the sea. But this is age before all this studying of the sea creatures was a thing, right? It was just, I guess, fishermen and pirates were walking around. There was this mythological thing that were happening. People were telling stories. If around that time people found the first time blue whale, they would be freaked out, like, holy shit, this is way too big, it's a monster.
Yeah.
It's kind of rude.
That's why they gotta die.
Yeah, I bet it's really easy, like just a couple of
Look at that shit. That's that's just it's stupid, man. You see elephant. Most of people don't see blue whales in real life, right? But they do see elephant. I can imagine elephant here, and then I can imagine blue whale. Holy shit, that's big. 100 feet.
Easy, like just a couple of cyanide pellets. Like, oh, here's some krill, little fellow. Doop, doop, doop. And then just keep swimming.
We just go around the ocean with like a giant wine corks.
Yeah, wine cork. Maybe. I think they'll blow that one out. But if you put like a grenade,
it's just us on like the bow of a ship whipping grenades at 3 pointers into the blowholes of whales.
I reckon there's all these endangered species. Save the whales, save the dolphins, blah 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 blah.
Fuck those guys.
True. You could save the whales and save the dolphins. Or if we just kill them all,
we wouldn't have to save them.
Like if it's just done,
yeah,
probably saves you a bunch of cost. Don't have to hear about, oh, we're damaging the environment, it'll hurt the whale. You can have as much sonar as you like.
We're doing the charity sector a favor by eliminating their problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Jeremy Clarkson solution if I ever heard one.
Think of how many resources we could put into other animals or like people if we just...
Yeah. Kill all the whales.
Here comes some NordVPN.
I love this song. Excuse me? I love this song. It's region locked in my country, but I use NordVPN. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, Shadow Man. The girls just don't want my VPN. Listen, buddy. You gotta go out there and be assertive. Women love a VPN with confidence. Assertiveness. Confidence. Okay.
So Pyrocynical just stole my whole ad and made a low-energy version of it.
Hey there. My name's NordVPN Man. I'm a Gemini. I love to and I can offer you 70% off a 3-year plan. It's not working, Shadowbound. Well, have you tried coming across as needy? If girls love a VPN they can take care of. Try again. Hi. I can't get the full Netflix catalog in this country, and I lost my mum's credit card. Can you buy me a subscription to NordVPN at nordvpn.com/incognito? You okay in there, buddy? It's fine, it's some glitter in my eye. It never works out for me, Shadow Man. I'm destined to be alone forever. Hey,
Look at the eyes, that red.
I know it'll cheer you up. Yeah? Yeah!
Ugh, what a simp. I know, right? Who is she?
Oh my god.
I love that dress.
Lucky guy. Damn, she's smoking.
I kinda want a VPN now.
Out of the way, thoughts. I got me a real woman. Too late now, you had your chance. You gonna cry about it? Huh? Here's your drink back. Guess you should have gotten NordVPN. Nord. Mermaids were always...
I reacted to quite a few channels by now. Not a single channel beats internet ad, right? Nothing touches that. He becomes more creative in his ads than his videos. I've noticed that. Because it's really detailed and complex.
supposed to be sort of dangerous, weren't they? And then they've become kind of sexy.
Yeah, but their sexiness is part of their danger. Isn't their whole thing that they like sing and make sailors crash into rocks?
I think the real question is, would you?
Would I? No. Probably.
No.
I would be so preoccupied with the existence of a monster. How does this happen? Under what circumstances? Are we like dating?
Look, I found this girl. You're gonna love her.
Okay.
I think, about Mermaid, the story goes that, obviously they are at night, right? Probably moonlight. It's a sea, you don't see much, and then you see a woman singing or something. You don't know that that's a mermaid or not, right? Because you can't see the bottom, it's really dark. You only see somebody singing. So obviously you would go like, oh, that's a woman. You would crash it like that. It's not like you saw a mermaid and you still went after that. I don't think that's how it originally started. It's usually like top half is of women. So say, all the sailors would get attracted to that. Like, oh, who's that woman? Who's singing? And basically get crashed. And then they realize, oh, look at that. They are mermaids, sirens, whatever they are.
Right?
All right, yeah.
All right.
I'm open-minded, you know me.
Come and meet her. She's hanging out by the pool.
Oh, great. Yeah, no, I'm big into swimming and stuff, so that's cool.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, here she is. Her name's Ariel.
Cool name.
This is Ordinary Things.
Hi, Ariel. Nice to meet you. We just get to talking. She's just hands on the rim of the pool. I'm unaware.
Yeah, the whole time. Yeah.
At this stage, the connection is made. So that's all the go.
So you guys are chatting, it's all going very well. And she says, you want to grab a cup of coffee sometime? You said, yes. Wow, that's really great. And then she props her hands up on the side of the pool and she lifts out her big tail. What do you say?
Yeah, the tail, I hate to appear shallow, but, I can get past the tail. I mean, I shouldn't be so prejudiced, perhaps. Maybe I should open my life up to the potential of dating a nautical creature.
So, there she is, standing on the bridge. Can't wait to see her. You guys have just matched on Tinder, right? She looks great from that distance, from the bridge, and you walk up to the bridge, and she turns to you and she goes, oh, Ordinary Things, it's so great to meet you.
Terrific.
It's such a pleasure to meet you. Oh my god, we've got so much in common. What do you say, second date?
Sure. I'm going to take my shallow hat off and just be like, this could be useful. There are practical advantages to going out with a girl who has cat butt.
Yeah.
She can reach stuff. Jump up and grab stuff. She probably has excellent hygiene.
Yeah.
Cat's very clean.
I think she's slightly offended
I think Catholic Church would have an issue with that, but okay.
by that.
Beggars can't be choosers, though. I feel like this girl's probably just a bit unlucky in love.
I cannot believe you are saying this. This is a fine young lady. And she doesn't lick herself, right? She just cleans herself in the shower like a normal person.
Oh, have you ever smelled a wet cat? That's no good. What say you, cat or mermaid? What's better?
I think the fish would smell. And also, you're stuck beside the water. Cat is more practical for getting around.
I mean, Catwoman is a character. I feel like cat ladies are often sexualized in media, which is strange now I think about it.
Yes. So you would be willing to live with cat?
No.
No!
I'm going to be honest with you now and just say that, I think all animal-human hybrids, I'm going to say it, I don't care if it's politically incorrect. Animal-human hybrids, not for me.
This is outrageous.
Obviously.
People are going to be offended by this.
That's right. Cancelled.
Ordinary Things, I know we've been going out for 2 weeks. I'm starting to develop feelings for you and I have to tell you something.
What is it?
I just have to come out and show you. It's about my hooves.
What behooves you? No, I'm not going to use a pun. What do you mean?
Well, look at these.
Suckers. Look at these babies.
Look at the editing, right? He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, fuck it, it's grass, but who gives a fuck?
Wow, that's a lot to take in. That's almost acceptable. If she kept some shoes on,
I could live with that.
I could live with that. Yeah.
I think that's all right. These look like they fitted to a high heel.
That's true. I think it would all come to a head when you're at a social gathering with her. You're at the beach or something and everyone's taking their shoes off and you'd just be like, could you could you leave your plimsolls on, your Doc Martens, but we're at the beach. Yeah, but... And that's where the relationship really falls apart. It's like, I just don't want people to know that you've got deer hooves. Sorry.
She's a great climber, though. Great climber.
Yeah, so at the climbing gym, she's looking good.
What about if it's like this?
That's freaky. I'm scared of that, to be honest.
You don't like that?
You're going to get hoofed into next week with those babies.
You know, she's saying, oh, you know, let's go on a second date. But she goes, wait, ordinary things. There's just one thing you've got to know.
What's that?
This.
What the fuck?
Okay.
That is a big tail. I think I could get past the tail.
Nice. All right.
Because you know what? It's an addition rather than
A substitution.
squirrel girl, I will call her.
She hates that. She hates it when you call her that.
You would always have an ample supply of nuts. And that is, for me, a big bonus. You'd be like in the park and you'd just be like, oh, I could really go for some pecans right now. And she'd be like, no, don't worry about it. I've got us sorted. She'd just burrow.
What you want? Hazelnut, walnut, pecan, pistachio. I got everything. Shell on, shell off.
Damn, that's just freaky, right? All the people, I sort of think that they are not serious. They are just, joking around. But all the people who have a thing for this kind of human-animal hybrids, right? Centaurs and things like that, mermaids. People have a thing for that. I'm just like, what the fuck? No, man, this is just creepy. It's just point-blank creepy thinking like that. People play certain games for things like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? There are certain characters on game who are this kind of animal-human hybrids, and they are really famous to people because they really like that. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? What's wrong with you? It's a game. Play it as a game. What's wrong with you? So no, that's just creepy as fuck. Holy shit. But yeah, damn, the mermaid thing only makes sense because, like I said, bottom half you can see it's in the ocean, top half is like women, so sailors would be mistaken and then they would crash. That's how it started, I think. So yeah, alright people, that's half of the video. I guess that's for part 1. This was fun, man, right? I love the mythological video from this in the field, and monster one, he should tackle more topics like this. It's just fun. And next time he should tackle more mythological parts, mythology part 2 or something. Alright people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the reaction, there's a link in the description. Check out the cast for plays like internet student reactions with all of my internet student reactions, right? From the main channel, this incognito mode and all that. Check all the reactions out. Check out the playlist too, like CGP, Creators Design, Nutshell, Real Life Lore. I uploaded quite a few videos on my channel, right? It would be hard to, I guess, find what you want, so that's why I created a playlist, so check that out. Yeah, I'll see you next time.